Aloha vendors, this is Kavena here with a pop-up again. I'm going to be walking you through the process of uploading your inventory to the Google Drive folder. This process is essential in our pop-up because the information that you will be providing regarding your products is what is going to be uploaded to the website for customers to buy. Just a quick little side note, if you know anyone who's interested in becoming a pop-up Mākeke vendor, please let them know that applications on the website are open till September 15th. However, we encourage you to apply sooner rather than later, just so that we can help get everyone processed inventory-wise prior to our launch on October 1st. Anyway, if you're watching this video, you've been accepted as a pop-up Mākeke vendor, and you should get an email with the subject line Pop-up Mākeke Vendor Process. Go ahead and find this email because it has a lot of useful information on it. It will give you a breakdown on what we're currently doing, some of the COVID regulations that we're still abiding by given the whole situation, and it'll also give you a step-by-step instructions on what you should do and able to accurately upload and deliver your inventory. We wanted to offer this video as an additional step to show you what to do. So at the bottom of your email, you'll see there's a custom Google Drive link. Every vendor has a separate Google Drive link, and if you click on it, it'll open to a Google Drive folder. You should be able to see your name as a vendor at the top here, which if you don't see your name, please go ahead and reach out to us via email or phone. So in this folder, you're going to see three separate items. One is the spreadsheet that you can go ahead and upload your inventory information to. The second is a product photos folder, and the third is size chart. So let's go ahead and walk through this process. So for the pop-up Mākeke sheet, if you click on it, you should have editable access. And we gave an example at the top here on what you should be doing. If we look at the example, it says the Eva t-shirt, and you'll notice that it both have the same item description. However, one is red and one is blue. We ask that if you have any variations, any color variations in your items, to go ahead and list them as separate lines. What you'll notice is for these t-shirts, there's different sizes available, but again, just to make it a clean and efficient upload, we are listing the color variants differently. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through what each of these columns are, and so that you can accurately fill them out. So the first column is name of product. This is the title that will be at the top of your listing. Please go ahead and name it something enticing, not just red shirt number 5678. Go ahead and say what you want about your item that you think will really pull people in. So for example here that we're going to use, I'm going to say 100% Supima cotton white t-shirt. Okay, there we go. So that's the name of my item. And so here we're going to need an item description. So this is where I see a lot of the vendors not really utilizing this opportunity here. This item description is where you want to sell your product to your customer. Our customers are looking at thousands of products that we'll be having at the pop-up, and you want to find something that, or say something that will really sell your product. So go ahead, there's no real character limit here, so go ahead and share a little bit about your product, maybe a little bit about you as a vendor or artist, and do what you can to really sell it here. You can also add in the sizing as far as inches of clothing from armpit to armpit or length. That's an option that you can do here. I have another option later in the example to show you. So our next column here, categories. So this is the main overarching category that will be listed at the top of the website. When you click on the little caret there, there's a drop-down menu, and you can go ahead and select what's the overarching category that your item will fall under. For this white cotton t-shirt example, we'll be putting it under women's clothing. And then here we have tags. So tags help us to better search for things that we're looking for in the store. The tags won't be available at the top menu, but there are certain sections that they'll help to filter down on items. So go ahead and you can pick 3 tags. If you don't see one that you like here, please go ahead and list it, but we try to ask you to keep to what's currently listed. So for our white cotton t-shirt, let's go ahead and use women's clothing, we'll use tops, and let's see. I think that's actually all that we fall under. Oh, clothing as well. There we go. So women's clothing, tops, and clothing is the 3 tags that work with our example. Next, we're going to have to put the price. Now, we have a lot of questions. People ask us, oh, should we put in the actual cost? Should we put our retail cost? What cost should we put here? The price that you want to list here is whatever price that your customer will be paying online without tax. Tax will be automatically added on. So let's go ahead and sell our plain white tees for $20. You notice that you don't have to put the $sign. When you click away, it'll automatically put that in here for you. Now, our t-shirt is one of a kind. We don't really have any different colors available. And if we did, though, like how we mentioned earlier, we would put them here. Like it would be white, and say we had a black t-shirt, we would say black, and so on and so forth. But because it's by itself, we don't need that here. Now for the quantity. This is important that we get correct. Go ahead and list the total items that you have available in the size. If you say have like a 4X or a double XL, please go ahead and add that here. So you can go ahead and let's see, make this color black. So say you have a double extra small. Let's go ahead and add this on to your next column and with your quantity here. But I think for this example, we're going to stick with our listed sizes, and we'll say that there are 5 sizes across the board all the way to double XL. So once you've done that, please go ahead and add your quantity here. The one size column, this is useful for those of us who sell scarves, wraps, or clothing items that are one size fits all. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there's 30 items in total on this list. Perfect. Okay, so that's how we upload our inventory information. Please just go ahead and list everything that you have down here on this spreadsheet. If you have any questions, please go ahead and reach out to us. So the next step, if we go back to the Google Drive folder, we're going to go to the product photos folder. So it should be blank upon getting it, and you can go ahead and add on your product photos by either dragging and dropping into this menu or by hitting new and file upload. Please upload your photos with the exact same name of the products that you have. If you have more than one photo, go ahead and just list the number after the title by going 1, 2. Okay? We ask for it after because if you were to put the numbers ahead of time, if you have multiple items, it would just list all the 1s together and all the 2s together. So this would be the simplest way for inventory. So name of the title of your product, and then 1 and 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth if you have multiple photos. So we go ahead and we hit open, and that will drop the 2 photos that we have into our Google Drive folder. So the last step that we have, and this is specifically for our clothing vendors, is if you go back to your Google Drive folder, there's that size chart folder. So this is for actual size charts. I know a lot of us do have size charts available, or at least we know the measurements of our clothing. This was actually a request that came from customers last time. Here's an example of a size chart that we found online that you can use, or if you have your measurements available, then we can help you put that together. But our customers asked for us to reach out to vendors and ask them to provide measurements of the clothing because, you know, they are purchasing their clothing online, and, you know, we all know that sizing can vary depending on the vendor. I wish it was universal, but it's not. So if you have a size chart available, please upload it here. If you don't have a size chart, but you do know the measurements of your item, please go ahead and include them at the bottom of your item description for each. And again, you know, this is just a bonus for our customers because because we will be having no returns in light of COVID for pop-up Mākeke. So we just want to provide as much information as possible. Once you are done with your inventory, filling out the spreadsheets, uploading your photos, please go ahead and email us back from that original email, and let us know that you are ready for inventory. The next step is you'll be meeting Koloku in our inventory office. We have a warehouse at the Kamakanali'i Shopping Center. You'll be coming in scheduled times to drop off your inventory. We do ask that all of our vendors not show up unless we have scheduled a time for you. And that's mainly because we are abiding by the safety regulations provided by the state and the mall and trying to social distance and limit our numbers as much as possible. So thank you again. Again, if you have any questions, you can respond to this email or reach out to us via phone. Our phone number is listed here at the bottom of the screen. Mahalo.